Chris Crone, backed by popular demand, and you've put a request in saying, Chris, what's this whole thing about a power team? We've been reading this on the website. It's a little confusing. Can you clarify a little bit? Put a little video together for you. We've got to start back at the beginning for this short video with this concept that real estate is the #1 money maker. And while this is true, there are some other truths that you want to get conscious to. First of all, if you want to dive into real estate, there's a couple of different ways of doing that. First one is that you can go about learning real estate. And as we see our friend here just sleeping and snoring all over the books, we know that this is the way real estate looks for a lot of people. Because when you dive in, here's a couple things you may not be aware of. Exit strategies, underwriting, title insurance, PR, credit, MLS, capital, closing agents. This isn't even beginning to scratch the surface of all the different things that you need to learn when you jump into real estate. So a lot of people get frustrated like, holy cow, I had no idea. Man, I jumped in because I thought it was make money, but this is really difficult stuff. So even though real estate is the #1 money maker, when you take everything into account that you've got to be learning, get clear with this one truth. It's hard. So hard that within the first year or two, most people jump ship. Most people haven't even done real estate because they got stopped up with all the knowledge they had to learn. And a lot of people, some people are arrogant that they think they can learn all this. And something my father taught me when I was a young kid was this lesson. If you want to do something right, don't do it yourself. So with some clarity, let's actually look at a second option. Option 1 I don't think is going to work too hot for us. However, check this one out. It's called doing real estate. Okay? Learning's great, but if it doesn't lead to actual actions and doing and making money, then who the heck cares, right? So here's a way that this could look. This is a handsome picture of me squatting on the ground. And REIC is the company, the main umbrella company, real estate investment companies, that leads to a circle of companies, right? A power team. I want to show you how this works around. The real estate firm here. Real estate firm is our real estate brokerage that finds the best killer deals every single day in your market before noon. How cool is that? Then we go to strategic lending. Having tried on hundreds of loan officers and gotten so many different loans from banks, I decided that for my power team, I started my own real estate, my own mortgage brokerage that could actually put all the banks together and line them up so that I could keep qualifying. Where so many people get stuck and they bought a home or two and they want to keep going and the banks say no, I developed a system that could do that for me. We go to the next company here, the property management company, and this is a great company that then takes care of the house. It puts people in the homes, and it's doing way cooler things than just renting. It's doing a seller finance option we call compassionate financing, where we actually assist families in the community. We get them into our nonprofit product. We repair their credit, do cool stuff like that, right? I got a team that does this for me because if you want something done right, don't do it yourself. Okay, that then leads us to, boom, financial firm. This is my insurance company. There are assets and there are liabilities, and you want your assets protected. I get insurance on all my stuff. In fact, the financial firm has set up my very own bank to do all of my real estate. We show people how to do that too. Then we move full circle to REO National. A lot of you know how we're going out in the marketplace and I'm buying, 300 homes at a time at a massive discount, like a 95% discount. REO National does all that for who? For me. And by virtue of me, you. This is the cool thing here. This company called REIC was put together to service all of my real estate. And do you know how much time I spend doing real estate every month and yet acquiring dozens of homes every single month? Not a single second. I don't even know the addresses anymore. I just make the money off of them. This is all done by virtue of power team. Because the team is what you put in place to do it for you. If you want something done right, you got it. Okay, so here's a couple things about the REIC power team that's kind of cool. This is just a little snapshot of a good majority of our people at this time, over 50 people that come together with their various experience and expertise in real estate to do my real estate strategy, the best strategy in the market. Also, with buying the first investment over the first several months, this team puts 575 hours into an investment that normally you would have to. Can you imagine how discouraging it would be? You'd have to take 2,000 hours to do what my team takes 575 to do, to be thorough in finding the property and navigating it and research, analyzing and buying it and putting people in, doing that whole process, right? Well, we've done $80 million in real estate in the last 2 years in the worst real estate economy we've seen in many years. We've done over actually 734 investments with 340 different families. So this is kind of the cool thing. I want to give you kind of an idea of why Power Team is so cool. Now, a lot of people say, Chris, that's still a little bit confusing for me. I've got all these companies that are juggling. I mean, how does that work if I work with REIC? Let me give you an example. This here is Bob and Martha, and look how happy they are. They're so excited. And you see that boat? This is their investment ship. It has taken them to the promised land. It has taken them to the financial independence. They're excited about this. They got smiles on their face because they decided we're going to do real estate. And yet they're the captains of a ship, and they do not know how to steer this ship. And as a result, that's what their ship looks like. Not too far later, they beach it and it sinks, and not very happy situation. As a result, Bob and Martha, not very happy folks. So the question is, how would things be different if they put a Power Team in place? Let's take a look. I got this thing all set up for you. We've got Bob and Martha. They are our co-captains of this ship, but instead of steering it on their own, because if you work with REIC, you have no idea. You're just going to screw everything up. So instead, I assign you Sergeant First Mate over here. And this is the guy who is like your head coach. We call him your portfolio consultant. And what he does, boom, he works with the crew. A team of over 50 people that together do over 90% of the work. So that real estate normally being this hard, we get to make it about that hard. Notice there's some hard left. It's not easy. It's just way easier than if you were going to really try and do it on your own. Because again, you want something done right, don't do it yourself. And what this means at the end of the day for our good friends Bob and Martha is they're raking in the dough, they're making millions of dollars, and they are happy once again because they were smart. They decided to put a team together or step into a team that can do just about all the work for them so they can engage in the singular best strategy in all of real estate. Hope that provides a little more clarity for you. See you later.